Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Walmart exclusive Marvel Legends series comic version Doctor Strange. This is the Doctor Strange figure that I've been waiting on Hasbro to make. Now, we've gotten a couple of other comic versions from Hasbro, but they've both been newer versions of the character, and this one is classic to me. This, this is the definitive Doctor Strange for me. Your mileage, of course, may vary. But thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just to help the channel out further. That's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And first up, as we always do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. And, it's really, it's Marvel Legends packaging. Nothing super new. For and up, warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. There is the symbol, not of Doctor Strange, but this is a magical symbol that appears on the window in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Even if you've seen just the Doctor Strange movie, and that's all you're acquainted with, you recognize that. Legend series. There's a nice big window showcasing most of the figure and all of his accessories, which are quite a bit. Marvel Doctor Strange Hasbro print. On this side, some nice artwork of classic Doctor Strange. And same thing on this side. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On the back, Marvel Legends series Doctor Strange. Stephen Strange was a brilliant surgeon before an accident ruined his hands. Now he defends our reality from supernatural threats as Earth's Sorcerer Supreme. And there's a larger view of that artwork from the side, which looks great. And down here on the bottom, attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole. Achtung, don't stick things in your other foreign language pie holes that don't belong there. Marvel print, some more small print, made in China print, and another Hasbro print. That, ladies and gentlemen, covers a look at the packaging. Now it's time to take a look at the figure and his accessories, and we'll start off with the accessories as we normally do, and nothing new here. A magic effect that we've been getting for several years now, and there's two of those. Then we have a grip hand, and a fist, both on in and out joints. Here we have the first of his alternate heads, and this is the eyes closed meditation head. I have to say, it looks quite good. Very Doctor Strangey. Here's the second of his alternate heads from some issues where he took on an basically took on a secret identity. Everybody forgot that Doctor Strange was Doctor Strange. And he used this mask or magical effect or whatever and just was known as Strange. It lasted, I don't know, maybe 10 issues. But look at the color on those eyes and under the eyes. Shadowing under the eye, around the eyes. Not just under it, but around them. And so, you know, I'm not going to use this head, but I'm glad that they went through the Doctor Strange lore enough to know that some people may want to use that head. And here we have the wind of Watoomb. That's one of the spells that he uses, but this is the Wand of Watoomb. A very, very classic Doctor Strange item. And as you can see, it does have like a paint wash or something on the handle part of it. So very cool that they included that. I like that. And this, I think, is called the Axe of Angmar. That sounds right. An ancient and powerful artifact that Doctor Strange found, and I kid you not, he found it in a witch's tomb on the moon. Yeah. So nice nice paint app on it, and it does have like some weathering, or maybe it's a wash of some kind. I can't tell, around the edges of it. And then, you know, on the bottom too, a nice molded detail. So good job on the way this looks, Hasbro. I'm not too familiar with the Axe of Angmar. I think that's what it's called. Angmar, Angular. Chop some heads off. But anyway, let's take a look at the figure himself. I mean, this is Doctor Strange. When I think of Doctor Strange, this is what I think of. I don't, you know, I kind of think of Benedict Cumberbatch, but, you know, this is what I think of when I think of Doctor Strange. You know, the nice white streak in the hair. The border around the cape, nice red cape, and the yellow border, and the gloves with the Kirby Crackle looking dots on them, and this doodad, whatever it is, a bat maybe, a demon, I don't know, and his sash, and you know, the blue and the black leotard or stretchy pants, I don't know. But it is a good looking figure. Now, one thing I'm going to show you about mine, and I don't know how many other people had this. I messaged Robo over on the Fwoosh, and he said his did not have this issue. As you can see, it's separated, like the glue dried before it got, you know, put together properly. And I'm going to try to put some heat on it, and maybe that I can fix it that way. I don't know yet. But it's on both sides. And I mean, it's not super, well, yeah, it is kind of super noticeable. I mean, I just glanced at it when I first got it and noticed that, and I was not happy. The cape does not appear to be removable. So, be aware of that fact. It would have been nice to have been able to have like a peg or something here where the Eye of Agamotto is, and maybe one in the back. Is there one in the back? Nope. And maybe one in the back too that held it in place, but that you could remove it for when he was meditating and stuff. Let's talk about his articulation. He can look up that far. He can look down that far, which is hardly any at all. He does have a little bit of waggle in there. Let's see. No chicken neck, really. I think this neck is a part of the main body, but it's hard to tell. But I believe that's the way it is. It's just on a ball and hinge, the head is, and then nothing else in the neck. And again, the cape is not removable. Well, I guess you could remove it, but it's not meant to be removed. However, he does have a full 360 degrees of rotation at the shoulder. And with the cape on, he can put his arm out almost 90 degrees. Not quite because of the sculpt. No cut at the upper bicep, and I understand why. It's because of the sculpt, and they really didn't want to break that up. But he does have a Star Wars style hinge and swivel at the elbow for a full 360 degrees of rotation, and slightly better than 90 degrees bend at the elbow. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and in and out hinge on the other side as well. You got the classic Marvel Legends Hasbro ab crunch. He can crunch back that far. He can crunch forward that far. So that's pretty good. He does have a 360 degree rotation at the waist. Now, on this side of the bottom half of the shirt, you can see he does have a split, but not on this side. So it doesn't really affect the splits. So he gives you that much splits. He can kick forward that far, back, not really too much at all, about that far. There is a cut at the upper thigh for another 360 degree rotation. A double hinged pinned knee. Come on, Hasbro. And he gets that much range of motion out of that double hinged pinned knee. This could have been the final Doctor Strange anybody ever needed, at least comic book wise, if we'd have just had pinless. There is a cut here at the upper shin, or a boot cut, even though he's not wearing boots, for another 360 degrees of rotation. At the ankle, goes down that far, goes up that far, and of course, forward facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, does it for a look at the figure and his accessories. And now it's time for my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And I would like to start things off with the old Toy Biz Doctor Strange. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of difference in these guys, even color-wise. Although this guy is kind of old, and he's got some paint bleed where other figures have bled on him where I've had him in storage. But his cape does come off, but it's a quite heavy rubber piece, and like it used to be glued together, but the glue has come apart. But you know, it's a nice version of the cape like that on the back. That's cool. I don't think this has that. No, it doesn't. It just has the border. So, you know, it's a nice cape, even though it's rubber and it does kind of get in the way. But you can fold it around a little bit and get it to do some things. As far as the articulation goes, they're about the same. But, I mean, look at the face sculpts. This looks like Doctor Strange. This looks like, you know, the devil trying to be Doctor Strange. The soul patch, no soul patch. And, you know, this one has a wash over it. You can see, and again, where other stuff is stuck to him. But, you know, he has a nice wash on him. This is not a horrible figure. I actually like the gloves better because the crackle goes all the way down to the hands, which it should on this too, but, you know, it didn't. So there we have that one out of the way. Now let's do this guy. And this one I think is from the Dormammu Build-A-Figure wave. It's the one without the cape. I don't know if they is I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Is this Defender Strange? Is that what they call him? I'm not sure. But as you can see, this is also a comic version. But you know, that mustache, he looks like he should be in Metallica. Oh shoot. And then next up we have that same, well, he's almost the same, Doctor Strange. The gloves are different. This one has some molded detail that this one doesn't. So they're almost the same, not exactly. The big difference being the cape for me. I didn't really want to buy another one, but I needed the cape, and I do believe this is the same cape. So this cape is reuse of this one's cape, but in the more bright comic colors. And then this one is a little bit more, the golds are a little brighter on this one than the last one. And then here we have from What If, Strange Supreme. And I almost didn't get this Strange, but the more I looked at it, I was like, you know, he looks pretty badass. So I did end up getting him. And here we have from the Multiverse of Madness wave, the oh Lord, I can't remember the Minotaur's name, but that Build-A-Figure, the MCU version of him, that makes me mad. I've been saying his name all week, and now I can't remember it. And from that same wave, we have the Astral Projection Doctor Strange, in which this one is from the it's from the Multiverse of Madness wave, but it's from the first movie. You see how his dress looks more the way that he is dressed looks more like the first movie. And speaking of the first movie, here we have Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange movie. and the other astral projection Doctor Strange from the first movie. And here we have him because Wanda's going to play such a big part in Multiverse of Madness. Here he is with the WandaVision Disney Plus wave. Build Captain America's wings, build a figure wave. Wanda, Scarlet Witch. And then here we have that Dormammu Build-A-Figure who was also in a Comic-Con exclusive pack of some kind with magic and I don't remember what else. The Enchantress maybe? But this is a more modern rendition of the character. And he's back heavy for some reason. He does not like to stand up. And although he is a little small for Dormammu, but I guess Dormammu can change his size, can't he? But there he is with the comic book classic Dormammu. And last Marvel Legend comparison, making his cameo appearance. Here we have Stan the Man Lee. And how does he stack up with other lines? Let's take a look. Here he is with the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series Archive Wave, the 501st Clone Trooper. And for some 7-inch goodness, we have the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman Beyond. And that, my friends, completes the comparisons. For final thoughts on the Walmart exclusive Marvel Legends series comic book classic Doctor Strange, overall, I'd say he is a good figure. There are some issues, like the glued-on cape. I'm not super happy about that. I'm unhappy about this gap in the size. Again, I'm going to try to fix it and see what I can do. I don't know. If anybody else had this QC issue with theirs, and you've watched this video, let me know in the comments. You know, the Kirby Crackle looking dots don't go all the way down onto the hand. I do like the nice bright colors. I do like the head sculpts. You know, he's got his magic casting Spider-Man web shooting fingers going on there. The cape does look nice. I have seen where people have gone in and drawn out the lines in the cape just to give it a little more depth, and I like the way that looks. I don't know that I'm gonna try it. I'm a little scared too, to be honest. So I really don't want to mess this guy up anymore than what he is. And again, I hope that I can fix that. But QC Hasbro, QC Walmart, come on guys. This is an extremely sought out figure, and you know, if a lot of them have this issue, then that's just shitty. The accessories were great. I like the way this one looks, even though I'm not familiar with it. It must be from a newer storyline, A Witch's Tomb on the Moon. Some different newer magical effects would have been nice, but you know. And the hands are, you know, they're hands. Very nice addition, I thought, of this. The wind. God, why do I even want to call it the wind? Because that's the spell he always used. The Wand of Watumb. You know, very cool that this was included. And, you know, great looking meditation. Doctor Strange going on there. And, you know, this lasted so short in the comic, at least my recollection of it. It lasted so short in the comic book. I'm really surprised that they went the extra mile and included this head from when he was just Strange. But overall, it's a nice looking, you know, nice sculpt. Nice paint on and around the eyes. So, that's pretty cool. So, overall, I would have to say I like this figure. And the accessories. For the most part, the magic effects, and take or leave. But, you know, overall, I'm pleased with it. And hopefully I can apply a little heat and get the torso closed up, the chest closed up all the way. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just to help the channel out further. That is also cool. Or both. That's even cooler. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.